Good evening and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG, for Wednesday, January 12th, 2022. This is week 1478 that AREG has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. This informal simplex net, originally founded by John Sims, VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. here local time on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may even encourage some of you to improve your station. Keep in mind that relaying communication has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. And we also ask you to please try and leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. And with that, I'll take check-ins, please.
E3GNP.
All right, quick draw McGraw Garnett, VE3GNP. Good evening, Garnett. How are you?
I'm the only one that's on the net tonight. Look at that.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised there, Garnett. Last week started off pretty slow, but we still climbed up to about 15 check-ins there, so it's not always a quick start.
Ah, there you go. Anyways, I was quiet here, not doing too much.
Yeah, same here. I've become a hermit over Christmas until now. So, oh well. Yeah, I'm not an outdoor winter guy, anyways. So, never really was.
Yeah, I hear you. We know for a walk tonight, up to the store and back, but that's about all I did today. Outside, I did stuff in the house, but that's all I did outside today.
Yeah, other than taking the garbage out early and taking my dog out a couple of times, that's it for me as well. So, yeah, like I said, when I was younger, though, I liked to skate. I used to skate on the Rideau Canal as a kid. That was a lot of fun. And indoor arenas everywhere, pretty much. And I went skiing on snow once. Uh, brought back the equipment I rented a little bit worse for wear. And my jeans were frozen like a solid sheet of ice there. But it was a lot of fun. But again, back in my younger days.
I guess you must have fallen down a lot.
Well, that's the only way I could stop.
That's one way to stop. Actually, all you do, you aim towards the biggest tree you see, and that will stop you.
Yeah, never mind. I almost came down to a couple of close calls with people, I'll tell you. Yeah, and as far as the jeans, I didn't have the right pants on, obviously, but just went in my jeans, and they took a while to thaw out.
Yeah, I hear you. It must have been cold days.
Yeah, I think it was on the Shadok Hill, too. My buddy Roger took me there years ago. But yeah, I've never been on snow since. I've done water skiing. That's a lot of fun. The water is not as cold as snow.
No, but it hurts when you fall at high speed.
Oh yeah, that water becomes awfully hard when you're falling in it at fast speeds. I can attest to that. So, anyways, are you gonna stick around with us for a bit there, Garnett?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around for a bit. I won't be here to 10, but I'll stick around for a little bit.
All right, there, Garnett. Well, you're welcome to jump in at any time, sir. Thanks for checking in. Garnett, number one. Looking for number two. This is VA3CJZ, looking for check ins for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Please come now.
VE3RPP.
VA3NCA.
All right, I heard two stations there, RPP and NCA. So let's go up and say hi to Rick Jr. Rick, good evening. How are you?
Not bad, Chuck. That Garnet beat me. I had my key. I guess I keyed up the same time he did.
Oh, yeah, if he wants to be number one, he'll be number one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, I just want to check in, say hi, guys. How's everybody doing? Whatever.
Yeah, doing good. Actually, better than, what was it, 6 years ago. I was looking at my memories on Facebook there, Rick, and there was a picture of me at the hospital getting stitches in my thumb. I had an accident with a chop saw, almost lost the top half of my thumb, but it got stitched back on. And that was on the 9th, January 9th, but 6 years ago. So, yeah, doing much better than that day, I'll tell you.
3 years ago, I was working on my car and I lost my baby fingernail and they sewed it back on.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the second time I've had my thumb stitched up. And you know what? It's the same thumb. One time I was testing out the sharpness of this K-bar knife that I had, the Marine Corps knife, and I was slicing paper with it, and they took a chunk of my thumb off. They sewed that back on, and it stayed, and then the chop saw accident. So yeah, I better not push it.
I wouldn't do that no more.
Yeah, both those things. I still use a chop saw, but I don't do the mistake I did last time. So, anyways, Rick, thanks for jumping in there, sir. Much appreciated. So I forget though. Do you have HF capabilities or no?
I don't know. All I know is these channels and a couple more. That's it.
Okay, so you probably got 2 meter, 70 centimeter radio there. Okay, very good. Well, this weekend there's a VHF contest, so that means this band, the 440 band, they'll both be active with people looking to take your call for contests this weekend. So just letting you know, it's going to be busy.
All right, Chuck. Well, thanks for letting me know that.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, Rick. Okay, well, thanks for checking in, my friend. Maybe we'll call on you a little bit later, see if you're there. Otherwise, have a good night, sir. Next would be Wade out in Dundas, VA3 NCA. Good evening there, Wade.
Good evening, Chuck, and good evening, everybody on frequency tonight. A little bit warmer than it has been. Doing an early-ish check-in because I'm not sure how long I'm gonna hang around in tonight. Have to retire early for some stuff tomorrow, so but I did want to make the check-ins with Chuck on Wednesday. Conditions are decent on this band. I found that if I shut the preamp off, then it lowers the noise floor at least. So I'll listen along a little bit and see the impact it has on the stations. I'm not sure whether the preamp is just amplifying my noise floor at this frequency, or if it's actually helping pulling in weak signals. So a bit of an experimentation, I guess, towards that. But so far, Chuck, I have you at an 8, which is unusual for me to reach from your station. Back to you, NCA.
Very good there, Wade. Very good. Well, you're coming in at full strength tonight and good audio. So, yeah, you're doing a really good job. I've got the live stream on YouTube up if you want to listen to yourself back there. Hopefully, we got rid of all the bugs we had before, and the system seems to be stable so far. And yeah, just put my call sign into the YouTube search box, and you can use the slider to move the video forward and backward. But anyhow, Wade, I do appreciate you checking in, sir. And yeah, it's all about experimenting, Um, on this frequency, you might have settings that are different on another 2 meter frequency, um, whether it be simplex or on a repeater. So yeah, it's all about setting up the radio the way you like it, and that's part of the fun, I think, there, Wade. So anyhow, thanks again, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Roger that. Thanks, Chuck, and I'll listen along. Back to you via GNCA.
All right, very good then. Well, let's see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for check-ins for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group.
Victor Alpha 3. Uniform.
Okay, I heard 2 stations there. I heard Charlie Echo uniform, I believe, or Charlie Bravo uniform. And there was another station doubling. That other station there, that weak station, try it again.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Juliet Charlie.
All right. That would be Richard. Okay, finally made it to the net there. Welcome, Richard. VA3 VJC North End, Richard.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching a few YouTube videos on verticals and radios and whatnot, getting my brain expanded. And I forgot, really, sorry, but then I grabbed the walkie and tried to check in, give you a feed in the pot, and just sit back and listen. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, very good, Richard. You're coming in at a 8 S8 S9, flickering both back and forth, and a little bit of noise with your audio, but I can make out everything you're saying. And are you listening on YouTube?
Not at the moment. I'm going to wait until the video from Walter and Sam, the UK, that's Elmer that I listen to once in a while and roll with it. I'll still plan on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me know how the audio sounds, my audio, and see if I have to make any adjustments with the microphone I'm using there. I've got 2 mics I want to switch in between, and see how either of them, if one of them sounds better than the other. Okay, Richard, what's new, my friend? What have you been up to?
Well, not much really. Just been pivoting around here. I put it on my Facebook. Big time. It's just was spoiled. I'm just playing around with 9-1 and 49-1. I couple onions, but they're at none anyway. And I've checked into the 3755 net during the day, just to see how far I'm getting out.
Oh yeah. Well, depending on where the net control is located there, I mean, I've had it where some of the guys up on the mountain, I could barely hear him, but you got a guy in Ottawa doing the net, and I can hear him at 9-10 over, no problem. So yeah, it varies.
That's just science of propagation. You got your silent zone, you get phones, and you got your landing path, people hear you, I can hear that. And there's no guarantee you're going to hit them if you hear them, because transmissibility rate has that receive with propagation path. But anyway, I'm learning, and I'm having a good time there. Okay, I'm going to hand you back to yourself. Get some more choices there. Chuck. Anyway, VAC, VGFA, we'll sit back and listen.
All right, very good then, Richard. Thanks for all that, and thanks for checking in. So yeah, we'll call you on you a little bit later. Next, let's go to Thomas. Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo uniform. Good evening.
DJZV3CU. Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the next here. From Burlington, whoever can hear me, I'm the 5 watt power. Just wanted to jump in there and say hello, and I just flipped over. Unfortunately, I missed our pads, but I got to make it to this one.
Yes, absolutely there, Thomas. You doing that 5 watts is doing a good job for you from Burlington. S8 over here at the Center Mall in Hamilton, and the audio's fairly loud, so yeah, it's coming across well.
Chuck, nothing to add at this end. I guess it's just the beginning of the net. So I'll just pass it on to someone else that wants us to chat then, and I've just got a few things I've jotted down and other things that I'll be listening along.
Too loud.
Oh, there you go, Thomas. Somebody says your audio is a little too hot.
All right, how's that? Is that better?
Yeah, I really noticed a slight difference there. You didn't really speak very long, but I could hear you, and I'm wearing headphones too. So, but yeah, it's good. I like it. What do you think, Garnett?
It was really hot there at the beginning.
Yeah, the problem is on 5 watts, I want to make sure everybody can hear me, and that's why I get on the microphone a little bit closer. And I guess I got to remember that I'm not on the sideband, that I'm on the regular FM here, simplex.
Yeah, it sounds good, Thomas, now.
Yeah, sounding good now. Right where it is there. That's perfect.
Okay, thanks for that. I'll pass it on back to you there, Chuck.
All right, not a problem then, Tom in Burlington. Just want to remind everyone that this weekend is the ARRL January VHF and Up contest this weekend. So 50 megahertz and up, all modes and all bands, I do believe. I don't have the contest calendar site up. I'll just pull it up right now very quickly here, and let's see what it says for that. There's a bunch of contests this weekend as well, but the ARRL January VHF contest starts at 1900 Zulu hours on January 15th until 0359 Zulu on January 17th. And the geographic focus is the United States and Canada. Participation is worldwide, and mode is any. And the bands, of course, like I mentioned, 50 megahertz and up. And there's a bunch of other contests as well. Even my favorite, Run for the Bacon. I love that. Where's Debbie? Maybe she'll check in later. But anyhow, do appreciate that check in there, Tom. I'm glad everything seems to be going okay with you there. And we'll talk to you a little bit later. Thanks again. And okay, that means we'll do another call out and see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for check-ins.
VA3 OYL.
Well. Look who we have there. Miss Yezu microphone lady. VA3 OYL. Deb, good evening. How are you?
I am well. I am talking with my antenna upright this week.
Oh.
I hope my signal is getting out a little bit better. Last week's net, I went out the next day and my antenna sort of toppled over. It's not broken or anything, so the tripod fell over. But some tree branches caught it, so it didn't go all the way down to the ground. And I heard that comment about the contest, my favorite contest, just because of the name.
Yes, yes. That's why I mentioned your name there just then because that was one of my favorites also because of the name. So yeah, well, you're sounding good, Deb. You're at full strength over here at my location, and audio is nice and clean. I'm sure everyone can hear you.
Most excellent. Good. So it's not too hot or anything.
Oh no, it's nice and clean as far as I can tell. There's some low tones in there that I like, and so it really makes you sound fuller and richer. You know what I mean?
Oh, perfect. Perfect. I just I picked a profile off the internet and set it up, the EQ that way, and just went with it.
Oh yeah, very good then. Well, you picked a good one, and whoever uh, recommended it knows this stuff because it's sounding good over here. So what else is new with you there, Deb? Did you did you secure the antenna a little bit better, or is it just straight back up again?
Oh, I secured it a little bit better. One of the spikes came out of the ground, but it's only a skinny little spike. I have it's on the antenna is on a tripod, so 3 legs. Each leg is spiked in with one spike, and one of them came out, so it sort of toppled over a little bit. Other than that, I haven't been doing anything. I just been feeling blah, like no energy to do anything. Plus this cold weather, the poor puppy. Uh, I just take him out. I had to walk him around the backyard a couple of nights. It was so cold. I didn't want him out that long.
Yeah, I hear you. I actually started putting Buddy's jacket on. Um, it wasn't cheap. It was like $50 for a lab dog quality jacket from PetSmart there. I think I paid around $50 for it, so I started putting that on him. Actually, it had gathered a little bit of dust on it since the last time he used it, so I had to shine it up a little bit there.
Well, I lucked out. My previous dog, I adopted from a friend, and the dog came with all kinds of jackets and all kinds of stuff. And I kept all the jackets, and they fit Muffin. So I lucked out there. So I have lots to choose from.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, every pet owner will tell you when you're buying accessories for your dog or cat, they're not cheap. You got to shell. You got to burp that wallet a little bit.
Oh, for sure. You wonder why they make them that expensive. I know it's to make money, but oh well. Maybe I should get into sewing dog clothes.
Yeah, because I mean, quite frankly, the material they're using is the same as a child's, the size of a small child's jacket. So it's not because of material or quality craftsmanship. I think it's just a niche that they hit on, and like other things, that go for a little bit more money. But yeah, whoever's in that business is doing well. I'll tell you.
Oh, for sure. And I guess if you have the extra income to be buying coats for your dog or clothes for your pet, then you have the money to spend more.
Yeah, yeah, that's like taking him to the groomers, all like on the regular, like you would for or a guy would for a haircut type thing, right? And get him all done up and their fur washed and cut, and of course you got to do the nails, the paws there. So, yeah, um, good business to be in, that's for sure. All right, well, yeah, probably there's a for you know what for the last 4 or 5 days, Buddy and I have been going outside, and we don't see anyone. We're coming out at different hours, thinking, oh, maybe it's just the timing. But I tell you, every time we come out, it's like ghost town outside.
Oh, really? Well, today was nice, a little bit warmer, and there were a lot more people out, which was nice. But yeah, who knows what the rest of the winter is going to be like.
Yeah, I find a lot of people are walking their dogs up until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it just stops till like probably around 5 o'clock ish. And even though we try, we still been missing other dog walkers. So, Buddy is kind of depressed about that, but things will change around soon.
Yeah, does your dog enjoy seeing other dogs?
Oh, absolutely. He loves dogs. He loves people. He just loves everybody.
Oh, you're lucky. No problems there. Okay, well, I'll let you see if there's anybody else out there, and I'll be listening along.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you, Debbie. And we are also streaming live on YouTube if you want to hear yourself. Of course, just put my call sign in the YouTube search box and look for us live there. We are under AREG week 1478 live. So with that, I don't know if we have anybody else after Debbie here. No, we don't. So let's see if anybody else is out there who'd like to check in to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins.
V3GBD.
All right, we'll take them one at a time. Also, VE3GBD. George, good evening.
Good evening, Chuck. So far, so good. Debbie is just kicking it over here on my end. Her radio sounds so good. It's loud, clean.
I hope she's blushing.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I remember, I don't know, a few months ago, I said now she's kicking it.
Gotta love the cheap microphones and the good Yaesu radio.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Now, let's all be nice to each other.
Other than that, Chuck, no, I'm just sitting here, enjoy listening. Hopefully you get a lot of check-ins, and yeah, I'll be sticking around for the duration.
Yeah, very good. So, I'm assuming everybody heard about Bob Saget passing away there from Full House. Apparently, he had just done um, a stand-up comedy show, and then went to his hotel room and laid down, and that was it. So, yeah, only 65 too.
I know, right? That's crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. And, and they did an autopsy. There's no drugs. There was nothing. So they're kind of figuring it just must have been just a heart attack maybe or something. But, his stand-up, I didn't like him in the Full. I never watched that show. I thought it was cheesy. But his stand-up was actually quite funny.
Yeah, he had some pretty dry, corny humor in Full House. But then again, so did the other guy there, the blonde guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought he was a better comedian than, an actor type thing, but that was what, late 80s, so, you know.
Yeah, well, he gets paid to read lines, and he doesn't make them up. So there's a difference, right? So yeah, he'll be missed. I guess there won't be another Full House reunion. If there is, it'll be without him. And speaking of dying young, today is Tim Horton's birthday. He was born on this day in 1930, and he passed away at the tender age of what was it, 44. He was born in 1930 and died in 1974, so that's way young.
I know, right? There's a lot of people just starting to die off on us now. That means we're getting old, Chuck.
Yeah, I know. I remind myself pretty much every day, George. So, yeah, make sure your wife knows CPR.
I know, right? Oh my God. But yeah, holy moly, it's been crazy. Like everybody thought Betty White was gonna live to 100. You know, hey, boom, there it is. It had, apparently she had a stroke or something a week before she died.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know until recently she was a big animal lover. There's a really cool video of her with a giant gorilla, and they're kind of snuggling together there. And apparently she was right into uh, the animal world there. I don't know if she donated or was part of any groups there, but I heard she was.
Yeah, she was very, very big with the ASPCA because she's American. So, but yeah, she was big on like when it comes to animals. Oh my, especially cruelty to animals. Oh yeah, she was very, very big on trying to get all that controlled, and she just yeah, you know, she was a great woman.
Yeah, and she's older than sliced bread because she was born, what, 2 years before sliced bread came out commercially.
That's true. Uh, we're gonna start losing a lot of people. And it's funny. I actually watched the clip. I'm sorry if I'm gonna keep going, but I watched the clip there on my phone there. The Dean Martin comedy hour with Dean Martin and Foster Brooks. And I laughed my head off. You remember Foster Brooks? He was, always played the drunk.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was stone cold sober, but played a great drunk.
Oh yeah, I seen a clip there. Somebody posted on Facebook. The pilot, I think it was called the pilot. And Foster Brooks, Dean Martin, he's sitting there having his drink and smoke, and Foster Brooks comes in, and oh my God, I was in stitches. You gotta look that one up. The pilot, it's called the Dean Martin show. But look up the pilot.
Yeah, okay. I may have seen it, but yeah, I'll be sure to check it out. But the one who was drunk was Dean Martin. He was always drunk.
I know. Dean Martin, yeah, he loves a drink. And I'm telling you, yeah, well, he was actually drinking. That was his show, but he was actually drinking too, smoking, drinking. Back then, it was all good.
Yeah, and plus the many times that he showed up on the Johnny Carson show, they always had a coffee cup. No matter what you were drinking in it, you always had to have a cup. But when Dean Martin had his own show, he'd have a glass of whiskey, and you could see, right? Uh, but yeah, on the Johnny Carson show, he'd show up there hammered, and yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could tell he was always drunk. But Foster Brooks even made him just laugh hysterically because Foster Brooks, I think it was more of just ad lib everything, right? And Dean Martin never knew what he was going to say. Oh my God, I'm telling you, you got to look that one up. It's called The Pilot, the Dean Martin Show. You'll laugh your head off again and again.
All right, George, we'll definitely look that up. Okay, my friend. Anything else before we look for more check-ins there?
No, I think I've talked long enough. I'll be standing by though. I'll be sticking around.
All right, very good, very good. Then, George, great signal as always. Nice loud audio. Doing a good job over here at the Center Mall. All right, well, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. Looking for check-ins, please come now.
V3FJJ.
Okay, only one more again. VE3FJJ Flynn. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Well, hello, Chuck, and everybody on net. Shall I just say hello and hope everybody's doing well?
Yeah. We're still as unhealthy as we were last year. I got to quit smoking. That's the one thing that's really pulling me down. But yeah, other than that, we're hibernating because of the cold weather there, Flynn. Not much of an outdoorsy person in this stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I work out in this, and you know, as I get older, I think it's taking a toll. But you know, I got to do what I got to do, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did it in my younger days, and it wasn't so bad. But as you get older, you're either used to it or you want to get away from it.
Yeah, true say. But you know, I guess you could only say the strong only survives. But it is what it is. Hopefully, you know, whatever. But I'll be sticking around anyway, Struck. How's the audio there sound today?
Oh, sounds good. Sounds really good. As long as you don't get excited and start speaking louder, then yeah. But so far, so good, Flynn.
All right, perfect. No, I'm just, you know, talking like this, so hopefully it'll work. But anyways, I'll let you get some more check-ins. I'll be sticking around.
Okay, very good, Flynn. I'm just looking at the YouTube live stream there, and Richard, North End Richard, is commenting there on the laugh track that I sometimes push a button on this interface, and I can make it laugh, I can make it clap or cheer, and a couple of other things. But every now and again, I think something's funny. I'll push the laugh track there. So, anyways, yeah, very good. Okay, Flynn, thank you very much. You are check-in number 8. So let's see if anyone else is out there wants to jump in and say hi. This is the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, week 1,478 weeks that AREG has been on the air. Looking for check-ins. This is VA3CJZ. All right, nothing heard. Well, I did mention a birthday earlier, and that was Tim Horton, born on this day in 1930. And does anybody remember the mentalist called Kreskin back in the 70s, I think? He used to be on TV. I thought he was Canadian, but it says here American mentalist. Anyways, he was born in 1935 in New Jersey, and I guess he's still alive because there's no death date. So there you go. And Long John Baldry was born on this day in 1941. So is Joe Frazier. He was born in 1944 on this day. He was an Olympic boxer. He got a gold medal in the heavyweight division back in 1964. So happy birthday, Joe Frazier. Rush Limbaugh, born in 1951 today. Howard Stern was born today, 1954. So, wow, he's 6 years older than I am. I didn't know he was that old. And everybody's favorite Amazon person, Jeff Bezos, was born on this day in 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right, two more. Rob Zombie was born on this day, 1965. Sporty Spice was born on this day in 1974. You guys remember the Spice Girls, don't you? All right. Well, that's it for that. Let's do another shout out and see if anyone else would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for check-ins.
VA3, AXJ.
BE3, Papa Foxtrot Hotel.
All right, heard two stations there, AXJ and Papa Foxtrot Hotel, PFH, Pete. All right, well, let's go say hi to Rick, VA3, AXJ. Good evening, Rick.
Good evening, Chuck. Not too much to do here. Just chilling out, trying to live the dream. You know, can't do very much.
George,
Go ahead.
are you really chilling there, Pops?
I was chilling like a villain, buddy.
Go ahead, Chuck. I was just bugging my dad.
Yeah, that's what sons are for.
Don't remind me. Yeah, yeah. I had a busy day yesterday. I went down to the Department of Transportation and renewed my driver's license. I renewed my stickers, and I renewed my health card. But the thing about it is, nothing's due until June. So I did it all yesterday, got them all done.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, I know. My wife also, she likes to get all that stuff done early there. You know what, Rick? I found out last year that my license and health card expired. I think we spoke about that once on the net here. But anyways, I got a letter in the mail in November saying I had till the end of the month to renew my health card and driver's license. And so I had to fork over $90 right around Christmas, which I really didn't want to do. But yeah, I got the driver's license within 4 weeks. And just yesterday, I got my health card come in the mail. So now I can go see a doctor and they won't give me a hard time like they did last time.
The old man pension?
Yeah, so, I figured, I had to make an appointment, though, to go in there. But it was quick, easy, expensive. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But they never even give me a permit, one of those permit licenses, like they usually give you, till your new one comes in. Because I'm still a valid driver until June. So I got that all beat. Yeah, it was $240 for the stickers and $90 for the license.
Yeah, those stickers really get you. And $90. But it's good for 5 years. If you really think about it, it's like $6, $6.50 a year. So you get 5 years worth.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about it for another 5 years now. So, well, 2 for the sticker, but you know, you can't get away from that. They'll tax you to death if they can. But anyhow, yeah, we'll pass it back to you with net control, and I don't know if I'm going to be hanging around or not. I'm going to try and make it till at least 9. I'm pretty tired, so my back's been bothering me. I ordered that Dr. Hole massage pads. I ordered those, eh? That's what he's saying. I think it was like $310. So it's shipped out today. I should get it within a couple of days, I hope.
Only my father, Chuck. Only my father.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, they're not cheap. I remember years ago when they first come out. I was living out west somewhere, and I got welfare to pay for my unit. Back then, it was called a TENS machine, TENS, and that stands for transcutaneous electronic nerve stimulator. And because I had broken my wrist, I needed uh, to do rehab at home, and this helped me with my muscles on my arm and wrist. And yeah, I got them to pay for it. So it was a neat little unit there. It came with a couple of those stickers that like a heart monitor sticker, and you put that on your wherever you want, and turn the machine on. So good for you. You're really going to enjoy that, I think.
Somewhere you can't put it there, Chuck.
I don't know if anybody's transmitting there or not, but yeah, did they pulsate, Chuck?
Oh yeah, yeah. The one I found was at a rehab place I was going, and it looked like a giant, a big box, and with knobs and that. And the lady said, um, "Now that you know how to use it," she goes, "Turn it up as high as you want, or turn it down." But she said the higher you can put it, the better. So I cranked it to like 11, and I started, spazzing out. And she says, "What are you doing?" You said, "Well, you told me to turn it as high as I can." She goes, "Yeah, but you got to be comfortable."
You were probably jumping around like a dead fish. Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to try. I've talked to a few people about those, and they said they're great. They really work good. So kind of looking forward to getting it, putting it on.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think you're gonna like it there. So, good luck with that. Hope you get a good unit. And yeah, mine. I used to set it so that it would start pulsing slowly, and then it would reach a peak, and then it would come back down. Then it would come back up. So I don't know how they work nowadays, but yeah, you can you play around with it and find out which is the best setting for you.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, I'll say 7-3 there, Chuck. VH3 XJ. I'm gonna try to hang into at least 9, and we'll see what happens. If I get a yell out and I'm here, I'll pick up. Okay, 7-3.
Okay, Rick. Thanks again for checking in, and always a pleasure, sir. Next on the list is Pete, one of my neighbors, VE3PFH. How's it going, Pete? Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and everyone on net. Yeah, things are going well. That's about it. Duke's still kicking. Being a little more stubborn, going out. So if you don't want to go out, I'm not going to yank him out. I'll just let him chill and just bring Peppy. And it's kind of easier to bring one dog for a walk. I sprained my thumb there a couple weeks back, and it's kind of getting better. Kind of pulled it out there the other day, but yeah, it's getting better. I just got to be careful with it. It's hard, walking a big dog, and the little dog's worse than the big dog, the 150-pound dog, that's for sure. He's pretty hypo. Wants to go run one way and yanking and pulling and full of energy. That's well, yeah, we got our parking permits there today, and the city, yeah, they came pretty quick in the mail there, but the city there, yeah, they screwed up there. They gave me 2 parking permits in my name. They didn't get Jen's name or license plate there, so yeah, city screwed up. So Jen was on the blowhorn, friggin' calling back the city, see if they could correct the problem. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, first of all, Pete, your audio sounds fantastic tonight, and I guess it was the IMAX that was bent over there in that wind video you showed. Yeah, that reminded me of of mine there. Geez, what was it? A couple of years ago, last year, I think we had the ice storm, and my IMAX froze in the bent position, like there was a fish on a fishing pole. But that was funny when your wife commented there, "Please snap, please snap." That was funny.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh yeah, that it's been bent over like a lot there from the wind we've been having lately. We've been having a lot of windy days, and I got that thing fastened to the fence there, and it's going nowhere. That was the fence I replaced when I moved here. The guy had the fence built with grape boxes, and it was painted, and all. I was getting peeved off with all this flaky white paint going on my new sidewalk there, so I tore it down and put a new post in, built a new fence. But yeah, here I had a break on the fence there. I didn't have the post cemented in, and the next day I'm pushing on the fence to try to straighten the fence, and I couldn't push the pole over or whatever. And I look, and the next door neighbor Yagoslav, he built a deck and he put it right up against the fence. So I had to go there and friggin' when he wasn't there, and I cut about 5 inches off his deck so I could straighten my fence. But I got a square pole screwed to that the beam part of the fence, and a fence pole slid in it with the IMAX.
No, yeah, yeah, but you've got a fiberglass for the top section, right?
Oh yeah, it's fiberglass.
All right, there we go. Okay, well, yeah, you can see I had a stainless steel whip on mine for the top piece, and she was blowing in the wind there. Yeah, it was quite the show.
Yeah, the Diamond X is not too far beside it there, and that's the. I got my buddy brought it over. It was like from a pool cover, and the section slid out one way on one end of it, and yet the other section slid out the other way for different. I guess you could adjust it for different size pools, and I fully extended it and just put a screw in each end so it wouldn't slide down, and spongy to the eaves trough there with the Diamond X. Actually, I have the pole and a couple of floating deck blocks. That's where the pole sits in as an anchor at the bottom.
No, yeah. Well, as long as it makes it through the winter, you can do whatever repairs or adjustments that you need there when the weather gets nice again.
When it gets nice there, I'm going to be putting it on the chimney there. His wife's complaining about the pole being in the way. Oh, I can't go through there, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah. You should actually look for well, they do have chimney mounts. I used to have one. I sold it. And apparently they work quite well. So, or you could just get a couple of ratchet straps, and that works too.
My buddy has a bander. He said I could use, and stainless steel banding. But I have an idea what I'm going to do there. I'm going to tap con my a 2x4 to the chimney there, and and then screw my square pole to it. And when I'm ready to put the pole into the square pole there, I just stand on the chimney, have someone pass me up the antenna, and I'll just pop her in. Then she'll be up nice and high and out of the way.
Yeah, well, just remember, don't apply too much pressure. That is fiberglass. It will crush the fiberglass if you tighten up too much on there. But depending on how you set it up, yeah, chimney is the tallest part of your building, so should work if you got a sturdy chimney. Not every chimney is equal. Some of them are looking like they're ready to fall down, so you got to make sure it's sturdy first.
Oh yeah, she's all sturdy. I repointed it there a couple years ago.
Okay, yeah, so you know what I mean, right? I've seen where some of them have like a steel bar attached to the house there to keep it from falling over.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think my idea worked. When I worked on the chimney there, I had like a ladder from my neighbor's roof horizontally onto my roof there. But then I had like a 12-foot by 10-foot piece of plank of wood right on there. Yeah, we were drinking. We were drinking up there at 10 o'clock one Sunday morning there, pointing the chimney.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, and things don't always work out when when you involve drinking the beers before the job is done. There, over.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had to kick my buddy off there because he was kind of turning into a mess there. You don't want the cement on the shingles burn a hole right through them.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta be careful. All right, Pete. I guess we'll get back to you around next round then. So you got anything else for us before we carry on?
Just enjoying the weather there. It's pretty good there. It's been not too bad there. We're just counting the days down for spring.
Yeah, I see that on Facebook every day. You post 71 days until spring. 70 days. So yeah, I know. Well, the days are getting longer. I notice now that the sunset is officially after 5 p.m., not before, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, the longer days. But that's about it till we talk to you in a bit.
All right, Pete. Well, thanks for getting me all caught up there and dropping in and saying hi. Much appreciated, Pete. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, well then let's do another shout out and see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for check-ins. Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's go up. It's almost 9 p.m. It's 8:58 p.m. here, and currently it's plus 1.5 degrees Celsius. You're right there, Pete. It has been a nice day today, and they're saying it'll be similar tomorrow, but still gray with no sunshine. And then on the weekend, look out, minus 10, minus 14. And yeah, so we'll have to make sure our furnaces are in top working order then. That's going to be some of the coldest wind chills. They're talking minus 30 wind chills there, so make sure you guys got your long johns handy. All right. Well, Rick said he might be leaving around 9 p.m. Let's go and give VA3AXJ a 73 call there. Rick, you there?
Yeah, go ahead there, Chuck. I'm still here.
All right. Well, you said around 9, so I don't know if you're going to stick around a little bit longer, but I thought I'd call on you again and see if you were ready to say goodnight.
Yeah, I got one more thing to do, then I got to pack it in. So, yeah, interesting night. How many check-ins was there?
So far, there's 10 check-ins with 1 more hour to go, so we're looking to get another handful, at least 4 or 5 others to check in, hopefully.
Yeah, I do. Okay, Chuck. Well, if I hang in longer, I'll hang in longer, but we'll see. I just got to do my brother's drugs and get them ready for tomorrow and that, and I shall answer if you're there. BA3 AXJ. I won't be clearing the channel for now. If you call me again, then I'll answer. 7-3.
All right, Rick. Very good. Okay, well, let's go up to the top and see if Garnett's still with us. VE3GNP, number 1.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm still hanging around.
So, do you have Netflix?
Netflix. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I don't watch much regular television other than the news channel and maybe 2 TV programs, and that's it, unless there's sports on, right? So I watch a lot of Netflix, and that's been carrying me through these cold nights there. And so, plus I've got Amazon Prime, so we get Prime Video.
Oh, that's alright. That's interesting. Anyway, Chuck, you're saying with the Tim Hortons, where was the first Tim Hortons located?
Well, they're saying the first one in Hamilton was on Ottawa Street, but I do believe there was another. It was a burger joint, I think, at first. I forget where.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what I was saying. The first Tim Hortons was Ottawa Street in 1964. I mean, I remember that.
But I also saw a posting online showing an old triangular roof building that had the name Tim Horton on it, and they were selling burgers. So probably coffee and donuts too, but that's what I remember. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, he died at a young age, eh? He was only 44.
Too much coffee.
Too much coffee, too many donuts.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, Garnett, we'll let you go for now and see if Ricky's still with us. VE3RPP. Still there, Rick?
I'm still here, Chuck.
All right. So, what's the plan for tonight there?
I'm sitting here watching TV, 420, having a beer, pretty good.
Living the life, eh? Right on. Yeah, I forgot to mention I also bought a Amazon Fire Stick TV thing there for my wife upstairs, so she's pretty happy. So now all we got to do is convince her to get rid of our cable, and we'll be all set. I'll even put up a TV antenna, so we can get the local channels if we have to. You know what I mean?
Hey, do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, they got some nice looking TV antennas now, and they're not gaudy looking like the old beams there that you used to see on towers. Actually, some houses still have the old TV antennas on them there. Out in the country, you'll see them.
I've seen a bunch of them yet.
Yeah, that's one place to look for towers is out in the country. So if they've got internet now, they won't need a tower, right?
I'm going to go out this spring and I'm going to see if I can find one.
Yeah. Hey, it doesn't hurt just to knock on the guy's door and say, you still want that thing up there? I'll take it for you.
One on Wilson Street that I'm eyeing, right back at school. It has like 5 sections. So I might go down there this spring and ask them if they want me to take it down.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're still climbing, eh?
What's that?
You still climb towers?
Yeah, sort of.
All right. Well, if I ever need to swap out my my diamond antenna there, I'll keep you in mind. Throw a few bucks your way there to swap out an antenna.
No worries.
Chuck. No worries.
All right, very good. Hey, are you aware there's a slight beep? You got a Roger beep with that radio.
Boy, do I got a beep going on here?
Well, I'm not sure, but I hear it over at this end. When you unkey, it kind of beeps. So it might be your radio, it might not. I don't know, but I just noticed it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
What kind of radio is that?
Called the Boa Fag.
I don't know. But that station there, you have a call sign?
Yeah, I've been waiting. VE3 VOT.
Of course they come when we're not calling, eh? That's always the way. VE3VOT, Paul, out in Dundas, is it?
Actually, I'm not in Dundas tonight.
Okay, well, don't keep me in suspense. Where are you?
I'm over at 12 office.
Oh, okay. Well, you're just banging in here. Mind you, you always have a good signal from Dundas anyways, but yeah, good job there, Paul. What's new?
Short.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that's why he's getting out tonight. I can hear him good. Okay, continue, guys. Just wanted to break in.
Okay, thanks for your 3 nickels.
You're quite welcome. Oh, man.
Not too much, sir. Just taking it easy and staying out of the cold weather if I can.
Yeah, how's your mom?
She's pretty peed off right now because she doesn't go outside in this weather. She waits for spring, and she can't wait for spring. She was telling me the other day she's had enough.
Yeah, you might want to maybe take her somewhere, but I don't know what's open.
I get her out now. I go grocery shopping. If she needs to go anywhere, if we want to go for a ride, I take her for a ride. But she likes her summertime on their rocker on the front porch. If not, she likes her scooter too, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Nothing beats a good old rocking chair on the porch.
Yeah, she pushed 85 in December, so she's getting there.
Yeah. A good friend of mine from back in high school there, her father just passed away recently. And I think he was around that age. So, yeah, it's a sad part of life, saying goodbye.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like I've always said, you're born to die, right? Which is true.
It is. The moment you're born to die.
Yep, your life starts winding up, and then as soon as you hit 50, it starts winding down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, for some people it's sooner. Other people it's later, depending on their health. And yeah, so if you were very active, most of your life, chances are you'll live longer than most people.
That's for darn sure. But anyways, I'll pass the. I just had to come in and throw myself in the pot there, and I'm gonna let it get back to you, Gus. I'm sorry, not Gus, but you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, very good there, Paul. Not a problem. Thanks for checking in, and we'll call on you in a bit. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton, looking for your check-in. Ah, there we go, once again. Okay, what do we have here? We've got some events of note. Oh, I didn't know this, but in 1913, a guy by the name of Joseph Jugash really starts signing his name as Stalin. So I didn't know another name other than Joseph Stalin. So 1913, he started to change his name over to Stalin. That was pretty weird. And what else? Oh, Agent Orange in Vietnam. 1962, they started spraying Agent Orange to kill the trees, I guess, so they could see their enemies. And it kind of backfired because they were poisoning their own troops in Vietnam. And in that same year, they started the choppers going into combat for the very first time. I remember that movie there with Mel Gibson. Well, that's a true story. And it says here it started in 1962. You guys remember the original Adam West as Batman? Well, on this day, after school, I imagine, in 1966, Batman premiered with Burt Ward as Robin and Cesar Romero as the Joker, and it debuted on ABC. Man, I love that show so much that I had a favorite drinking cup with Batman and Robin and the Joker and all those guys on a cup there. And then I went to my aunt's place and I brought my cup with me. Well, didn't she put it in the dishwasher? And let's just say it wasn't dishwasher safe. I was devastated. My favorite Batman cup. All right. Let's see. Oh, All in the Family premieres in 1971 on this day. It's on CBS. And it featured the very first toilet flush on television. Now, All in the Family also did something that was never done before. They showed the two of them in bed, I think. So that was a big deal back when it came out in the 70s there. So that's a little bit of a tidbit of information I didn't know about. And the Quebec Nordiques, remember that hockey team? Well, in 1983, they played their 230th NHL game without being shut out. Wow, that's a lot of games. All right, well, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. Okay, well, let's see if Wade is still with us. I know he said he had to step away, but let's give him another shout out anyway. VA3, November Charlie Alpha. You still there? How about North End Richard? Are you still there, or are you still only on the YouTube stream?
I'm still here. Can you still hear me?
I'm still hearing you. Not a problem.
Okay, the Wolfgang took his powder from under the Washano, same thing, trying to keep junk. And my aerial is a test lead stuck on it out the window. So you gotta do what you gotta.
Yeah, well, there is a bit of hissing and crackling with your audio, but I can make out everything you're saying. And your signal is still flickering between S8 and S9, so not bad at all.
To get the X510 hooked up to the Radio Shack computer. I gave up on the A2s. I can't listen to Dinner Mod and some of them buzzing. So they were more.
Alrighty then. Well, hey, you do what you got to do, right? So, yeah. So, how does the audio sound on the YouTube?
It sounds good when it comes back, but when you have a loud passage like a loud check-in, your sound is not there's got to be an ADC setting.
Yeah. Well, I'll listen to it sounds like, and we'll play around with that. But at least everything is stable. The video is stable now, the internet connection, and the audio does work. So I do have another microphone. I think I might just switch that on now, and there we go. All right, now we're switched over to the other microphone just for my voice for the going into the computer there. All right, Richard. Well, thanks for keying back up. Much appreciated. You hanging in there with us?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'm up for the, till at least 1 o'clock. I noticed in my chat that I say everybody's got a point after you let go. Well, I guess somebody made a comment about a Roger Beeple. Well, every time you get a transmission to on the webpage, it does.
Oh, okay, interesting. Like I said, I'll have to listen to it afterwards there and see what we hear. But thanks for pointing that out, Richard. I don't see anybody else chatting in there. Just you and I. A lot of big R's, capital R's, and then my face there. So that's okay. Very good then. All right, you still gonna stick around with us a little bit longer there, Richard?
Turn off.
All right. Well, yeah, turn off the radio then and just listen to us online. See if you need to charge up your Bofang there or whatever the case may be. Okay, Richard, thanks again. We'll talk to you soon. Let's see. Thomas, are you still there? VE3 Charlie Echo uniform.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3 Charlie Echo uniform. Yeah, we're still kicking here. You're coming near Burlington about between an S9 and an S10. Very, very good signal there, Chuck.
Oh, thanks, Tom. You're S8 over here, sounding good. And as you know, we're streaming on YouTube there, so you can play it back and move the slider back and forth. And yeah, from what I'm hearing from North End Richard there, there's a couple of things I need to listen to myself after the net is over, and we'll see what that's all about. But at least my radio is getting out good, right?
Yeah, no, just fine, Chuck. Yeah, I just look into getting some more power here, other than the 5 watts. But I've just always been QRP for all my life with a ham radio, and of course back in the days when I had TV and stuff like that. But I do have an amplifier for a mobile, actually for the handheld, 40 watts. Might try to see if I can get a heavy-duty power supply and run that on this 817, and maybe you'll get a better signal.
Oh yeah, that's an idea. I think you're doing fine at my location. I don't know about everyone else, but if you're only getting like an S2 or S1, getting down into the noise levels there, that would be a good time to use it. But I wouldn't mind having a little bit extra here.
Yeah, I gotta, when I get on our pads net there, I'm gonna notify him my son's back to normal now. He had the COVID, he's back to normal and back to work. So he shook that off, and it's under 2 weeks. I'm really, really glad about that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is good. I know I was down with something for about 4 weeks back in late October there, somewhere around there. So good. Glad everybody's feeling better there.
VE3, did you do this? Tonight there, usually I can't hear her at all. She's coming in an S6 here, and the first time I've heard her on here. I guess she must have a better antenna or something. I don't know if she can hear me, but I think she's at the east end of Hamilton.
I acknowledge DJ Zed there. Just stand by. And yeah, Tom, Deb is in the west end of Hamilton. I don't know exactly where, but she's in the west end of Hamilton there. Over.
Okay, very good. I'll pass it back to you, Chuck, and let someone else have a chat there. So we'll say 73s, and we'll just be listening here, Chuck.
All right, sounds good. Thanks again for hanging in there, Tom. Always a pleasure. We'll talk to you again soon, my friend. Take care. Next is VE3DJZ Huey.
Good evening there, Chuck. Just checking in. No trust report.
No, it's Dewey.
So, you're coming clear. So I thought I'd get back to you.
All right, yeah, sounding good tonight there, Huey. And how long do you figure before you'll be able to work again?
Buddy, who knows? But I always have backup work. But until that happens, I'll just cover it. Who knows what they're doing next?
Yeah, it's always a surprise what they come up with. All right. Yeah, I thought I had heard something about the 17th or probably closer to the end of the month there before they start giving everybody some slack. I see things aren't going very well in Quebec. They're talking about taxing people that refuse to get vaccinated.
That's stupid. Like, come on, man. It's trying to make the problem worse. When you sit there and force people and threaten people like that, they're only gonna gang up in bigger bulks and attack, right? If you sit there and talk to the people nicely and say, listen, guys, just work with us. We talk to them nicely and maybe they get somewhere. When you sit there and threaten someone like, I want you to do this or you're gonna do that, or I'm gonna come after you, or I'm gonna tax you, or I'm gonna, cut your shit off, or you can't do anything and live. People are gonna attack, right? They're going about the wrong way, and they're just making it worse for themselves.
Well, let me tell you, Huey, Quebecers are the rowdiest, the most rebellious of all the provinces. Quebecers tend to not take crap. When they've had enough, they do something about it. And I wish more of Canada would be like them. But I don't agree with what's going on there. Absolutely. Curfew, maybe. But putting a tax on people, really? I don't know, man. There's got to be other ways before you have to resort to that. It's got to be unconstitutional and illegal. You can't just do that.
What that's going to lead into, Chuck? It's going to lead into a lot of violence. It's going to lead into a lot of crime. People are going to start destroying things.
Oh yeah. I still remember that standoff that they had there at the reserve in Quebec about 25 years ago. The Akasosne Reserve there. They had natives coming up from New York, and that you could natives can cross the border with weapons, no questions asked. I think.
Yes, I'm North American Indian and Italian. I could go over to the States and actually live out there and work. I could actually go over there without a green card and actually work if I wanted to. When you're North American Indian, you have more rights and all that.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, Huey. Anything new and exciting on the radio world?
Same old thing, just thinking about buying a new radio and antenna. Well, you looking to get a new antenna?
Dewey, don't get out.
It's not top on my list right now, but yeah, I was thinking maybe, but there's no big emergency for that.
Because I'll be selling my GP 98. It's Comet 1 2.8 gigahertz and 2 meter and 7 centimeter.
tri-bander?
I was thinking of selling because I want to buy I was going to go buy that antenna like Garnet has, the Timing X700.
Uh-oh. You're going to want to start competing with Garnet now.
That thing gets out really good, I hear. Like, I was looking at the reviews on it. It's probably the best antenna out there for vertical, like going straight up.
I think it's the highest powered. It's got the highest gain.
13.8 on UHF and 9.5 on VHF.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's up there.
I'll make sell my 7,000 too. Eventually. Like, because I just want to.
Next, he's going to go on a diet.
I got my 991 and I want to buy the matching Yates speaker for it. I want to buy the.
Oh, you should.
The M1 mic. Do you want $1,000 for the microphone? It's one of those high gain equalizer ones made for that radio, and it's good for HF and all that. So I want to get that, and that's it. I don't want to have all these rigs and all these other radios around. Just want to use one radio. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's nice to have a bunch of radios, but you can only have so many you can turn on at once and use, right?
Not that. It's just they're all over the place. I got DMR radios here. I got this and that. I just gotta sell everything and just get one big nice home rig radio, like my home base radio, and that's it. I don't want to have like 15 radios on and all this. It's just getting too messy, like too much room, right? I want to spare up some room and look nice. People come in and you look at your desk, wow, it looks really nice and neat. Not coming to look like a workbench.
Short.
Yeah, exactly there, Huey. Oh, there's a short in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chuck, it's EXJ. I'm on a portable. The Waizu. Yeah, that one. The FT60. Yaesu. Yeah, that's what it is. FT60.
Yeah, the waifu.
Well, here goes Paulie.
Yeah, figures he's going to say something.
I couldn't resist, brother. That was funny. I've never heard it called the waifu before. V3 PDL. Sorry for interrupting.
Is it working up there, Paul, for you?
Oh, yeah, I got you 10 over S9, Rick. No problem.
Great. I don't know how long it's going to last because I had it on the charger for a little bit, but power seems to be holding.
Rick, where are you?
Hey, PDL.
Rick, can you hear me okay?
Hey, where's that PDL?
Where he is. I hear him perfect clear.
All right, let's continue the net, please.
Okay there, Chucky. Okay, I'm going to shut this back down and put the other antenna back in and fire the other radio up.
Okay, Rick. Well, I got you at full strength over here. That handy talkie, that Waizu is working perfect.
Yaesu. Be quiet, Paul.
Okay, Rick. Well, it's up to you. Whichever radio you want to use there, but that one's working just fine down this way, and apparently up to Paul's place too. So with that, we'll say so long for now, and say hello to VE3 PDL.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody's doing good. I just got up from my power nap, so I'm all refreshed and ready to go. Had to make an appearance on the check-in with Chuckles, AREG net here, and yeah, I'll be listening along. Chuck, how's things going tonight?
Babies.
Going good there, Paul. You're check-in number 13 right now. and things were slow to start again this week, but that's okay. It's to be expected sometimes. What was I going to say? There's somebody that Mac. We haven't heard Mac in there yet, so he's busy doing something else, and haven't heard any stations up on the hill really to say they can hear Art or not. So maybe if you want to keep your ear open and see if Art, it is 9:30, but you never know. He may want to throw a hello in there.
Okay, Art, are you monitoring the frequency here tonight, sir? V3PDO. Nothing heard there, Chuck.
All right. Well, thanks for trying, and you never know. Okay, Paul. Well, you know the drill. Whenever you want to jump in there, by all means, please do. Everything going all right?
Yes, sir. No complaints. Everything's tickety-boo.
Oh yeah, one little thing you might want to pass on to Leanne there. It took about a week before doing like I did Windows update, every day I let it do it, but it took about 7 days of doing the Windows update to finally I found out that my card reader wasn't working. But after the 7 days, I did a Windows update, and all of a sudden the card reader kicked in and came on there. So that was the longest I've ever waited for an update on a driver. But it's all good now.
Very good. You're all set and ready to go.
Yeah, and yeah, everything's stable. The internet is working great. The live stream's working. So yeah, pretty happy. Pretty happy about that. And I have been making a couple of contacts on HF there over the weekend. I got a couple of POTAs in there, Parks on the Air, and Kevin WKG forwarded um, a link to the Parks on the Air website where you sign up and get all your information from there. So yeah, finally getting a little of HF work in there.
Very good, very good. I've worked a few of the parks on the air. I don't chase them down, but if I hear one out there, I'll call out and give them a point or two or whatever, however that works.
Yeah, same here. When I don't hunt them down either, but I do look up the band map on my amateur contact log there from N3FJP, and sometimes it'll say in the comments that it's a Parks on the Air, and we'll try and get in there and get a contact with them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Chuck, I don't want to tie it up. I'll let you hunt out for any more Waisus and any more check-ins, and I'll be listening along. V3PDO.
Very good, Paul. Very good. Thank you very much. Do appreciate your check-in. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for being a regular. All right. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there waiting in the wings. I'd like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is week 1478 that AREG has been on the air. My call is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. And we're looking for more check-ins. Please come now. Oh, nothing heard again. Okay, where were we? Charlie. Oh, next is Debbie's turn. VA3OYL.
Woohoo! It's me. It's funny that you mentioned Netflix. I just let my Netflix drop, and I've joined BritBox, which is British TV shows, which I'm quite enjoying.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, it's another streaming service. I also have Acorn TV. It has some British, but it has a lot of Australian and New Zealand, which I really enjoy. I like a lot of mysteries and police shows and things like that. So, but the British one, the BritBox, yeah, it has a lot to choose from. So it's refreshing after going through Netflix. After a while, you kind of think, okay, well, what am I going to watch?
Yeah, I know. One I got my eye on is Stack TV, and that's through the Amazon Prime. It's a sub channel they have, but they want $14 a month for it. So I'm like, well, if we cancel our cable, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. A friend of mine, I think, was going to go with Stack TV. I should see how he likes it, if I remember next time I'm talking to him.
Yeah, it's got a couple of channels that I wouldn't mind getting. Well, my wife likes Showcase, and other than you know going through Bell, we have to actually pay an extra $7 a month for that because it's not in our channel lineup. So of course that's how they nail you. And so yeah, for $14 a month, Stack TV. I looked it up on my Fire Stick that I got upstairs for the wife, and it's got a lot of content in there. So I'm gonna check it out again, and it looks like a good deal. I might go for that.
Yeah, I've seen the ads on TV. It has a bunch of different channels, like 10 or 12 or whatever. So it looks good. Looks like it has a good variety of stuff.
Yes, that's what I like. Something for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I I have, I think, one level up from basic cable, I think. And you have all these channels, but a lot of them play the same stuff, and it's all crap.
Oh yeah, like around Christmas time, there they were giving out on Bell. They were giving out a free movie preview for the '70s movies, '80s movies, '90s, and 2000s. And all they did is play the same movie all day long, like back to back sometimes. Um, so yeah, I don't want to pay for that.
Yeah, it's nice that there are alternatives now. And if you really shop around, I'm sure you could watch just as many channels cheaper.
Yes, it's all in the research.
And I like my research.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. Before you click on an item you want on Amazon or what have you, um, sometimes the product comes and you're like, "Ooh, I don't need this. This isn't gonna work."
Yeah, I just put a TV in the basement because I'm spending a lot of time down there because the new cat, still won't come upstairs. So I put a TV down there, but my Wi-Fi signal isn't that great for my Roku stick. So I went on to Amazon and looked around, and I got a Wi-Fi extender. So that'll be interesting to play with that.
Yes, I got one too, actually, just a couple of months ago. It's a TP Link Wi-Fi extender, and I paid under $40 for it. So so far so good. I like it.
Oh, okay. I think mine's a TP Link as well. I can't remember which model, but mainly I just wanted to. Well, I mean, if it extends out into the backyard a little bit, that'd be great too. But I have pretty good coverage throughout the whole house here, except for the basement.
Yeah, same here. I'm at the far corner of the basement, and our router is in the living room up by the front door. So yeah, it was well worth the money. It wasn't didn't buy it for nothing. Like some things I do have that I won't be using, or only on special occasions. So oh well, that's how it goes.
Now, was it fairly easy to set up the extender?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mine has two separate uh, sections on it, one for 2.4 gigahertz and one for 5 gigahertz. And so you can set that up. However, if you only want 5 gigahertz, then, but yeah, mine has both built in, separate. So I noticed a lot of my Echo devices, they use 2.4 gigs. And so it comes in handy for that.
Yeah, it's amazing now how many things are linked into your Wi-Fi. There's TVs and little streaming sticks and phones and speakers and oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's right. Speakers too. I remember one time talking to a Bell representative there. I was having some trouble with my internet, and she goes, "Well, you've got 28 devices," and I go, "No, I don't." And really, if you count everything like Bluetooth speakers and everything else, phones, tablet, laptop, you add all that up, and it's like, yep.
Yeah, no wonder they're starting to go to uh, what am I trying to think of here? No limit to your bandwidth um, for your data um, because we're using so much.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my phone doesn't have unlimited data, but my house does, so that's fine with me. I don't go too far, and if I do, I don't have to have my data on, so that's all good.
Yeah, I don't even have data on turned on a phone just because I don't need it. I'll use Wi-Fi if or someone else's Wi-Fi if I need to look something up. But yeah, in the house here, I got unlimited data, so which is good. Anyway, I better let you carry on and before we get too late here.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting up there now. It's 9:43 p.m., so I guess we'll call this your last call round then.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. It was a good net, and I'm glad my microphone's working on this Yaesu radio. So I'll say 7-3 to all, and catch you again next week. VA3OYL.
It's Waisu, Deb. They changed their name.
No, only Rick has a Wazoo radio. Come on now. Okay, very good then. Thanks, Deb. Always a pleasure. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you again soon. Hopefully, maybe hear you on somewhere else. Okay, next on the list is George, patiently waiting in the wings, I'm sure. VE3 GBD.
Oh, I'm still here. look at that. I hear Paul keying up out there, had to have a old man nap. That's because probably the Coors Light. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm still here.
Yeah, very good. Sounding loud and proud there, George, as always. So hope you're glad with that radio because it's working fine.
It's a great little radio. Gotta learn more about it, but, right now I'm just, interested in what I do on the radio, and it's good for me.
That's all that matters, George. That's all that matters. I know I figured out how to use one of my radios here, and there's these features that I don't always use. And when I do want to use it, I have to go back and look at the documentation to figure out how to use it. So that's the thing when you have a couple of radios. You forget some of the settings or functions, I should say. And so, just look up, go into my documents folder and pull up the manual for it and go, okay, how do I do this now?
Yeah, I hear you. I got the manual, but I think YouTube or something would explain it better. I could see how they do it rather than read, because the instructions for me, well, they don't work. I don't understand instructions.
Yeah. Some people prefer a visual there, George, and a lot of people are like that. So don't feel too bad. A lot of people, it's a lot easier, quite honestly. If you can find the right video quickly, then you got it made, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And Paul, Bud, Bud rocks. Throw that in there.
Yeah, George, I sent Paul something. I'm surprised he didn't forward it to you there earlier today. It's about Budweiser.
Good, Ned. I'm feeling good. Got the garbage out, I think, all of it. I hope. But other than that, yeah.
All right on, George. Thanks for hanging in there. Always a pleasure. And we'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure. Now, I think I heard a comment in there. That comment there. Go ahead.
I'll forward that to George after.
Copy that. All right. Well, let's see if VE3FJJ is still with us.
Hello, Chuck. Yeah, we're still here. Just doing a little something on the computer here, but still here.
Yeah, right on. So, so do you work more outside in the summer or in the winter, or is it equal?
All around, Chuck. All around.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, as long as you got the right clothing, you got nothing to worry about.
Oh, no, it's the right clothing, but when it gets wet out there and when I'm welding, sometimes if the cables don't are insulated, I get a little bit of that shock, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Geez, I remember back in the day working at a shop in Brantford there. Actually, it was the home for Conklin Shows, the headquarters. And in the winter time, we used to rebuild rides and whatnot. And I remember being underneath a trailer using a cutting torch, and I didn't have an apron on, and I used to get burned a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what I was saying to you is in getting electric shock, when you're using the welders, if it gets wet outside, sometimes if the cables are not properly insulated, when you're touching the positive on the wand and the negatives over there. Sometimes when you hit the metal, it kind of gives you a little bit of electroshock.
Oh, yeah. Well, I must say I've never had that happen to me. So, yeah. I I learned how to weld working at a shop, but I never got my ticket. And so it was, that's the kind of work I wanted to get into at one point, but nobody wanted to hire me no matter how much experience I had. You had to have that ticket, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a touch and go situation, but yeah, I know what you mean, Chuck.
Well, I do know that I think it's for insurance purposes because if you're going to weld something that has someone's life, someone's going to use it. And if the weld breaks and they die of somehow because the weld broke, uh, you know, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not. Like when you're doing structural or anything like that, basically when you're doing structural weld, they give you a bunch of little punches. And what happens is they give you a section of welds that you have to be done. But once you have it done, you put your numbers in on that. So if it ever fails or anything like that, same with pipe, anything, they know exactly who welded it. So then it's basically on your keister, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it took me a while to realize that, that was the case. But I mean, they still let me weld. Like I could weld the possum bellies of trailers. I don't know if you know what a possum belly is, but it's basically just an add-on at the bottom of a 40-foot trailer. It's like a storage box that you build underneath the actual trailer there. So they let me weld those, and but uh, not everything. So
Yeah, no, I know what a possum belly is. I've actually had to weld a couple of those in my day, but yeah, like I said, I do a lot of structural and you know little odds and ends here, but yeah, mainly more structural.
yeah, right on. Okay, well, good chat there, Flynn. I do appreciate all your info and feedback. And so we're going to move along. We're getting near the end here. It's 9:52 p.m. and still got a couple more people to go. So anything else there before we say so long?
No, Chuck, I just wanted to say thanks for having the net. Always a pleasure, and you're doing a really good job, man, on it, and keep it up.
Well, I'll take it. It's always nice to get a pat on the back once in a while. Okay, that was VE3FJJ. Well, let's see if Rick is gone. VA3AXJ.
You just caught me just in time. Yeah, I was just gonna shut her down, turn the icon back on for a minute, and then yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd call out before I hit end. You did. A fine job in that. Yeah, I'm just beat, so I'm gonna be shutting her down, Chuck. VA3AXJ. We're gonna be QRT. Thanks for doing that.
Don't forget to turn off the waifu.
And you behave yourself up there, PBL, or I'll send you some nuts in it.
Have a good one, Rick. Good hearing you, brother.
Yeah, you too, Paul. Okay, for QRT. Thanks, Chuck. Bye.
Okay, Rick. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks for hanging in there. Wow. 9:54 p.m. Good job. Take care, Rick. Put your feet up, sit back, relax, and we'll talk to you again soon. Next is Pete, VE3PFH. Last call, Pete.
V3XKV.
Oh, there he is. VE3XKV, Bob. Good evening, Bob. How are you?
I'm doing just peachy. and I hear Paul's up to his old tricks again with his comments in the background. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing pretty good, Bob. What, you didn't like my waifu or waifu joke?
Oh, no, that's okay. I got a few of those here. I like my waifu.
Yeah, right on. Nothing wrong with them, just part of the shenanigans I do, and, you know, everybody knows me. V3PDL.
All right. Well, Bob, I think this is the first time we've spoken this year.
Yeah. Well, I think, isn't this the first? No, I guess this is the second one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the second net. I don't remember. I don't think you checked in last week.
No, I never checked in last week, but I thought I'd better make an effort to get in. I got in here about, what was it, 9:52, you said?
9:55, yeah.
Well, is that what it is now?
Now it's 9:56.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, what was the big topic tonight?
Well, tonight we didn't have one. We just plugged along and asked people how their lives are going, and that was it.
Yeah, we're all in COVID hibernation.
Yeah, I guess you could say we had several different topics there, and yeah, we got by, and we did not bad there, Bob. You're check-in number 14, so good job. Last I heard from John there, he was needing to be out of that house. He was served papers and had 3 weeks to get out of that house and be out by December 31st there. So I don't know what happened. He couldn't, last I heard, he couldn't find a place. So I don't know.
Well, I think there's laws against kicking people out in the wintertime, isn't there?
Yeah, but I guess he did some lawyers gave John a buyout option, gave him some money, and but he had to agree to be out by that certain date. So I don't know how that goes, but I thought that was the case too. If there's no place for you to move, I mean, really?
Yeah, and that'd be pretty. I mean, you know, it'd be pretty tough up there. I mean, it's not like it's a big place. You know, it's only a little wee village, actually.
Yeah. They wanted, he said, $3,000 for a month at the motel. So he said that's out of the question.
Holy mackerel! Wow. Yeah. Well, I guess they figured you don't have much choice up there. They can fleece you, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure that it's not a 5-star anything either. So.
Yeah, I doubt that very much. Well, I'm going to have to give him a call, see how he's doing, and get into another discussion with him. He's been pretty, how should I say it? He's been pretty upset lately.
Yeah, the sooner he's done with this, the better there, Bob. So that's, you know, I'm certain as soon as he's moved out of there, he'll have a big weight off his shoulders.
Yeah, you know, I've called him a couple of times in the past, well, a couple of months, and he gets on there, he gets ranting and raving, and I just have to I just have to get off, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, I do know, Bob. Trust me. I agree with you. So, anyways, we're coming up on 10 o'clock there, Bob. I got a couple of guys to go through the list to say goodnight to, and we'll talk to you after.
Okay, very good. Sorry I didn't get here earlier, and Yeah, you are doing a good job there, Chuck. You're actually doing a really professional job, I think. And you're successful. There's not a week goes by when you don't get 15, 16 check-ins. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, thank you again for the compliments. It's much appreciated, and we do try to be as professional as possible. I have listened to quite a few nets out there and try to emulate some of them and incorporate some of my own uh, ways of, of doing the net. So it's nice to hear feedback that people are acknowledging that you are doing a good job and or trying to, anyways. And yeah, it's very fulfilling.
Well, I started out this net with John, and John started. I didn't, but I used to get in every week, and I mean, there was weeks John would be sitting there for the first hour and just putting out the call, and nobody would answer. But like I said, you're every net that I've been on with you, you've always had at least 15 or 16 check-ins, so that's pretty good.
Right on, right on. Okay, very good then. Thank you very much, Bob, and everyone else. Okay, Bob. Like I said, we'll wrap things up, and then we'll take a short break. But I will return. So I'll say 7-3 for now, and thanks for checking in, Bob. Much appreciated. VE3XKV. Let's finish the list up. And next would be Paul, VE3VOT. Are you still there, Paul? Okay, how about Huey, VE3DJZ? You still there? Last call. And then that brings us to VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Last call, Paul.
Alrighty, Chuck. Good job. Sorry I wasn't here for the first hour, but yeah, very good, sir. Good to hear everybody checking in like usual. V3 PDO, back over to you, sir.
All right, Paul. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or 2 hours. It's always a pleasure having you on board. You always liven things up. So it's always nice to hear a good chuckle every now and then. No pun intended with the word chuckle. Okay, Paul. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you again soon. So with that, it is 10:03 p.m. But we will do one more call out and see if there are any last minute check-ins for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Any check-ins? Come now.
Yeah, I just got my yards away. I'm going to put it to bed.
Okay, Rick. Put her to bed. Very good then. All right. Anyone with comments or want to say something? Go ahead. Okay, then. Well, that brings us to the end of the net, and another great net. Everybody, I appreciate you guys checking in, and it's always very pleasant. We always find something to talk about, and so tonight we've had 14 check-ins with AREG week 1478. And so I'd like to thank everyone again for participating in this week's AREG. And I look forward to hearing from you guys again next week. Guys and gals, that is. We did have one lady check in. Very much appreciated to have Deb with us. Until then, stay safe. Have a great rest of the week. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3 and good night. And I'll take a short break and be back if anyone wants to chat. Thanks, y'all. Good night.
Chuckles has left the building.